Hello and welcome back to our podcast, Max Damage. I am your DM, Erica Blankenship. Joining with me today is Alexander Blankenship,
Zach Stryker, the street brawling monk from another world.
Brittany Blankenship.
I play Roxanne Rosary, the humble farm girl on a quest to find the family she never knew.
Jonathan Cato.
And I am playing Orpheus Felden, an now orphaned and mourning human artificer who crossed the ocean between kingdoms and is searching for his destiny.
Tyler Swan.
I'll be playing Lady Atria Trusong. She seeks answers for what really happened to her father and mother.
And Samantha Etier.
I am playing our changeling healer, who constantly changes names and gender.
So last time,
On Max Damage.
you guys found the Harpies' lair. You destroyed the last of them.
Those darn dirty rats.
They wasn't rats, they were birds.
I know, it's not like the rats.
You found some stuff in there. Sam, you got a healing potion. Atria got a mithril armor. Zach found a little gem thing.
He was pretty.
And then Orpheus has a scroll of friendship. And then you found...
Animal friend.
Yeah, animal friendship.
You, sir, you must be my friend. The scroll agrees it.
You found a couple of just regular daggers and a handful of gems. And then you guys got back to the wagon with the guides, and lo and behold, Roxanne was there. And you guys went to bed for the night, and now it is morning. I don't remember the exact math, but I'm pretty sure you're only like a day and a half away. So you go the rest of the way to Ravenswick, and you don't run into any more trouble. It's pretty clear. And so you get through the mountains after another day and a half. So you go through the mountains and the air changes. It's now a lot cooler and like everything's kind of still. The sky is pretty gray and dark out, even though it's the middle of the day. And it seems like it could rain at any moment, but it's not raining.
There's a storm brewing.
But you can see down the mountain, you can see Ravenswick standing below you, and Ravenswick's on flat land. You can see smoke coming from the back left side of the city from large pipes, and you can make out a large clock tower in the middle of the city from where you are. There's no walls around the city like there was in the other bigger cities, but there is tall columns placed around the city. And then as you look at the city, past the city further out, you can see a really dark, thick forest that's really massive. You can't see the end of it in any, it just takes up the whole rest of the landscape.
Nice.
Yes. And so you guys go down the mountain pretty easily. And as you get to the city, you come upon two of the columns, and you can see that they have spells etched all over them. And the top part has coils. And then you see Tholan just close his eyes and mutter something. And then he leads you through the columns. And as you guys go through it, you can feel like a force go through you. And when you get in the city, you can see that it's the ground stone again. And the buildings are made of sandstone. And they're really tall and dark. And there's pipes going from some of the buildings into the ground. The alleys are really dark. And unlike Lucaria, Lucaria was a really vibrant city with people all around, very energetic feeling in Lucaria. But here in Ravenswick, it's really quiet and kind of gray. There's not a lot of people out. And it's just more eerie.
All right.
And then, I've already said this once, but this city is known for its magical items and its experiments with magic. Good experiments with magic. They don't do anything against humanity. Mostly because the forest that you guys saw, the really thick, dark forest, it's a magical forest. So they get a lot of magical plants, a lot of magical animals from the forest itself. And then since the mines are just on the other side of the mountains, they get stuff from there too. So they're pretty decked out in the magic category.
Nice.
Yep.
So not somewhere I want to be.
Yeah, you probably feel kind of like,
Uncomfortable.
especially when you went through the columns, you probably felt really uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, probably when they went through the columns, you saw like this very shocked and kind of unnerved look on her face.
So like,
Like,
cat,
she-
like a
Huh?
cat, like a cat when it like doesn't like something, like its hair like stands up like.
Bristles up.
"Arr."
That's exactly what happened, because she's like, I know exactly what that was, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tholin tells you guys that there's a magical barrier around the whole city because since they do have a lot of magical stuff, for one thing, they can do that. But they also know of some people like stealing magical things, and so they have a barrier that works really well.
What exactly
how
does
he
it
tells
keep
us
out?
about it. I like how he tells us about it after we go.
Of course.
So, do you say
He
that
tells
Yeah,
us about
Zach's like, what exactly does it keep out? I mean, it didn't really keep us out.
because he said a spell at the beginning when you guys went through the
So
columns?
it's like a password you say to get through.
Yes.
I mean, if everybody in this town knows that,
Not everyone in the town knows that.
so some people are just trapped here.
Well, they can leave, they just can't come back without a guide. You have to have a guide.
I feel like that's not all that secure.
Well, that explains why there's no walls. I think it's perfectly secure. Though it does fall victim to the idea of mind control magics.
Also, people aren't that hard to break.
Yeah. Well, also the password does change every day, and it's a magical password too. So it's magic.
Out of character. How did he know it then?
He's the guide. He knows this,
Sending's a thing.
and you don't know what he has on him. He has all kinds of magical items, probably.
Shake them down.
Remember, he has a huge like animal cloak over him, and he's skinny. He could have all kinds of stuff in there you guys don't know about.
Oh no.
That's fair.
He's got a
after-
whole gnome inside his cloak that just does magic for him.
No, he's just the gnomes. He's
After-
the gnome and trench coats.
After he tells us about the magical force field thing, Roxanne like very loudly sighs.
Just
I'm just gonna kind of come over and pat your back and just kind of guide you along with us.
I mean, I went through, I just sighed after he explained the whole thing. Which, I mean, I knew what had happened, but still at the audible of explaining it, she's just like, oh my gosh.
Okay. So I figure the party's first order of business is to find a place to stay.
Yes, that will be your duty. Mine will be to go introduce myself to whoever rules here.
All right.
Oh crap! I knew I forgot something.
Sorry, Erica.
knew
I love
for-
you.
I got one character because that's where I thought you were going first. I guess.
I will say, since this is definitely a city that this can happen in, with all the magic items and the industrialization almost of magic, would this be the time where are we at high enough level where I can start fixing Zach's
Yes.
weird device?
Yes, definitely.
We said it was level 3. I actually already have it on my character sheet for
And-
when you make it.
And don't
Or when you fix
forget
it.
that you're going the extra mile to make him the fancy chain thing.
Yes. That's
I just
That-
thought of something.
Yeah,
This is a
What?
magic city. Someone might actually know what I am here.
it's true.
Uh-huh.
It's true.
Wait, me too. Wait, wait.
Okay, so Atria, you are going to the lord of this city, correct?
I'm going with
Yes.
Drea.
I guess I will ask guards for directions.
Who said there was guards?
Or official-looking people. I don't know. I'd have
You
never
could
been
just
here.
ask the guides.
I thought they left us already. Yeah, I'll ask the guys then.
No, they were going to show you to the inn, at least the better inn.
Well, I'm off doing my own thing.
So, well, okay. Well, what they tell you where to go. The Lord is in the back, near the big pipes with smoke out of it.
I'm
Okay,
going with
wonderful.
Drea.
I'm going with the guides to the inn.
Zach and Roxanne, what you do?
I suppose I'm going to the end.
You're going to the inn. Roxanne,
I
what
guess
you do?
I'll go with the tree.
Okay.
So the farm girl and troublemaker. Okay.
Hello.
she hasn't caused that much trouble for you.
Yeah, y'all act like I do so much. I haven't done much.
You haven't done much
farm-
yet. It's more like in the future.
Wait, what form is troublemaker in?
Male.
So,
Male? Okay, because it'd be funny if you were female, so all the females separated from the males.
I can do that. Want me to?
no, it's whatever you want to do because that was not in character.
Yeah, that was out of character.
Actually, I was thinking ahead of time that they probably wanted to switch, but
You know it's out of character because Brittany's talking.
What you could do, you may want to make it more natural unless you wanted to just change out of nowhere. But I was thinking you may want to like wait till like the morning, just be someone different.
yeah, they do want to switch though.
It's like
I figured they
it's
want to
like
switch
doing
soon.
their hair.
Okay, so I guess we'll do about Atria, Roxanne, and Koval, our changeling friend. So they're heading to the Lord. So you get to like this like mansion looking place. It has pipes and steam coming out of the top of it, and it's like right next to like what looks almost like a medieval factory kind of place, with the pipes pretty tall, spewing out some smoke. And you go up to the mansion and there's two guards and they're like, halt, who goes there?
I am Lady Atria Truesong of Draystone Fields. Here is my roll of pedigree and my signet ring. This is my entourage, just to Roxanne and Kobold.
Waves.
They look at it and it's like, you're far from home.
On orders of the king.
And they nod and let you in. So when they let you in, a servant comes up to you and bows, and she says, I will show you to the Lord. And you go through a lot of hallways and I was going to say tunnels, but it's not tunnels.
Are they secret tunnels?
No. You go through like a lot of hallways and there's some pipes in here as well going through the hallways from the ceiling to the ground. And you go to kind of like a more back room. And when she opens the doors, it looks like a lab. Like it's pretty sizable. It's pretty big. And there's tables with beakers and stone bowls and all kinds of stuff and plants in the back corner as well. And then you see a taller man, human man in the back, and he's wearing a lighter tan trench coat looking on him. And he looks at you guys and like he has bags under his eyes and he has papers in his hands. He puts down the papers and he just sighs and walks over to you. He has really short hair that's really dark and he has really white, pale skin. And he's like, what is going on here?
I am Lady Atria Truesong. I came to introduce myself and let you know that I am sitting.
That you're sitting?
City. That I'm in your city.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you cut off a little bit at the end.
Yeah, you did.
He just looks around and goes, no, you're not. You're standing up. Dang, you're tall.
And then he's like, what brings you here?
Orders of the king. We are on a quest for him.
What kind of quest?
It involves going to the ruins further north.
For what reason?
Ooh.
I do not know if I'm at liberty to say.
Then I am not at liberty to discuss with you any further.
I just merely came to introduce myself. Hope you have a good day.
Okay. And then he just goes back to work.
Once we are out of earshot, I lean to Atria and say, are most nobles that rude?
You're talking to a noble?
I just kind of look at you and go, really? Am I that rude?
No,
Yes.
that's why I was confused.
Yes.
Quiet, you.
You're not even with us.
Yeah, you're not here.
The god has spoken.
A random guard goes, man, she seems really rude.
No, in character, she says, no, you're not. That's why I was confused.
No, he seems to be busy and we're probably interrupting.
Mm.
Either that or he's just rude. I'm not sure which.
So the servant leads you guys back out the way you came. And then they get back to work. And you guys are now out of the mansion. Yeah, so Orpheus, Zach, and Gads are heading to inn. The inn is on a deserted street, and it looks like one of the normal sandstone buildings, all dark and gloomy. And you go in. Before like that, Glenova and Tholin bid you adieu. Tholin says if you he says if you need anything else, just let me know. We'll be in town for a night, but we're gonna head back tomorrow to Asteel.
Thank you for your efforts and your guidance. And
Zach
we
kinda
bid
walks-
you a safe trip home.
As Zach walks away, didn't even turn around. He goes, "All right, don't die."
Tholin nods at you, and Glenova's like, "Bye guys, see you later. Next time we'll arm wrestle some more."
Zach kind of rubs his arm.
Okay. Orpheus kind of sort of starts and then like, oh right, and he pulls out the paper he's been sketching on, and it looks a little more defined. Like it looks like it's almost done. Looks like a picture of what a mechanical arm might look like. There are versions of it for above and below the elbow. There's a second page that seems to be schematics for a leg. He flips through them. They all look to be meticulous. There's different like lines going out of the sketches with different measures of something. And there's also on a third page an outline of a vaguely humanoid shape. He sighs and puts them away, but this sigh is not a depressed sigh like you've heard. This sigh seems to be more determined, like a huff almost. And he strides with renewed purpose towards the door to the inn and opens it up.
Zach is already at the counter trying to get a room.
Good job, Zach.
Zach
Zach
totally
is the
walked away
responsible.
while he was looking at his papers.
Okay, then. That's fine. I'm not a diplomat anyway. I'm not trying.
No, none of you are diplomats.
Oh,
All the
boy.
diplomats went to the Lord.
Oh boy, am I not. I have a -1 charisma.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
I do not people well.
Sam, we're not there, so we can't even try.
Okay. So what disaster have I walked in upon?
I mean, Zach just kind of walks right in. What does this place look like on the inside?
It looks like a gloomy tavern. Because once again, the inn is upstairs.
Oh, Zach walks in, just looks around, and goes, "Man, this place sucks." and then he just kind of walks up to, I guess, if there's anybody at the
How loud do you
desk.
say that?
Normal talking voice.
Oh, okay.
He walks over to whoever is at the desk, and he's like, "I need rooms for five of us."
Yeah, there's a woman behind, a human woman has slick back in like a bun, blonde hair, and she looks at you and is like, kind of like looks you up and down, and
I'm not to this world. I'm not dressed poorly. I'm just dressed very weird.
yeah, she looks you up and down, and then she just has kind of like a straight face, and it's just like, it'll be 1 gold for 5 rooms.
when she says that, he looks a little confused, like, "Oh, right," and then he starts like going, I guess, in his pocket, like in his jacket pocket, looking for his gold.
And then she continues to look at you, and she's like, "If you break anything, it's more."
So-
That's big.
So he raises an eyebrow and he goes, "Excuse me."
You heard me.
He puts his hand on the table and is like, "What are you trying to say?"
Oh no.
I'm trying to say.
Tyler, I think we should have gone with them.
Can
Okay.
this be the moment I walk in?
Okay, yeah. So you walk in right when Zach puts his hand on the counter.
Okay. I look at the scene and like I sigh like an exasperated sigh. I march up and I put my hand on Zach's shoulder and I look at the lady behind the counter. Is she human or?
Yeah.
Okay. I said I'm sorry for this one's temperament. Rest assured we will not cause any problems.
I hope not. And then she gives you 5 keys.
I take mine and hand Zach his, and I hang on to the other keys for when everyone else gets here, and I lean in and whisper in Zach's ear, "I need to talk to you about our mutual project."
Doesn't sound creepy at all.
He looks real confused. Like mutual projects.
Well, our mutual, regarding repairs to your device.
My
Is
device.
what I added.
Oh, my gun.
Orpheus sighs again,
Oh no.
and I just
He's like, all right, then what are we waiting for? And starts like walking upstairs.
I'm curious how everyone else in the bar just looks at when Zach just screams gun.
No one did anything.
Also, it hasn't been described that anybody other than that lady is here.
Yeah, there's no one else there. It's gloomy.
Yeah.
Gloomy and empty.
Is this even a bar, or is it just like
No,
a...
it is. It's like a tavern.
Oh, it is a
I
tavern.
said a
okay.
tavern.
Okay.
Also, you guys are in there in the middle of the day.
That's true. We are.
it ain't happy hour yet.
Give it a moment.
Anyway, I follow Zach up, and we go to his room, and I take out the pieces of his gun.
Zach's like, I thought you fixed it.
I know how to fix it now, but this model is unfamiliar, and I might need your help to, in case I forget to put something in its proper place.
Okay. I'll sit here and pretend to help.
Presumably everything still goes okay. Do I need to make
It's probably mainly Orpheus fixing it, and then he tells Zach to hand him something. Zach hands him the wrong thing, and then Orpheus picks up the right thing.
Yeah. But this process is just as much for me as it is for you.
So does he need to make a check or anything, or is it he's figured it out by now?
I was pretty sure that at his level, he just figured it out by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And so I do that, and it now there's a fixed gun now.
All right. So Zach picks it up. And he's like, "All right, now we're talking. Man, if only we had more harpies to shoot."
I just thought of something. Where you get the bullets?
I assume.
Wouldn't his bullets be different than other bullets?
Well, so the thing about modern day bullets is it's like a thing of engineering. They're not actually that hard to make once you realize how they're made. Just nobody thought of how to make them for a long time.
Did he make you bullets, and how many bullets do you have?
I don't know.
Well, I feel like that matters for how many shots you have. They have to keep track of their crossbow bolts.
How many do you think he could have made seeing them?
I don't know.
How many did Zach bring with him?
Yeah, how many did you have with you originally?
Zach probably would have had like 2 clips with him, because that's like a pretty good amount if you plan to be shooting people.
Then that's all you have right now. Unless you ask him to make you some. Because also you probably didn't give him the bullets.
Fair.
Yeah. Between my knowledge of that, I figure we can make bullets. But I do posit the idea, how time-consuming a process is it to make those?
2 hours.
Okay. Well,
For how many?
You get 20 pistol rounds, and you have to have 1 pound of iron and 1 pound of copper.
yeah, we're gonna have to find somewhere to make these where we can have access to all those materials.
It's outside.
Outside. Back in the city you were just in, no one bought materials.
Nope.
Which would have been the better place to buy materials for crafting. Guns and weapons.
To be fair, most of us can't craft.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I only learned how to craft the stuff I need on the way. I only became a battlesmith in transit.
So it sounds like Zach might be out of bullets until we get back.
Not necessarily, because what I did say that when I leveled up, I replaced one of my replicate magic item infusions with repeating shot in anticipation. So essentially what I need to do is the process for infusion. I forget how long that takes, but essentially when I infuse any simple or martial weapon with the ammunition property, it will acquire attunement from the user. But essentially it makes it a +1 magic weapon for attack and damage, and they can ignore the loading property if it has it, which means they can ignore the attack limit that the loading property, attack per round limit the loading property normally imposes. It also says if you load no ammunition in the weapon, it produces its own that disappears immediately after the attack.
Let's do that then.
But doesn't that only apply for him? Why would it apply for you? Unless...
He infuses the weapon with it.
He
it would
infuses the
apply for the
weapon.
item.
Okay.
It applies to the item. Whoever's using the item.
And how long does that infusion last?
Yeah, that's the beauty about artificer infusions. Your infusion remains in the item indefinitely.
Oh,
Okay.
But
there we
when
go.
you die, the infusion vanishes after a number of days have passed equal to your intelligence modifier. It also vanishes if you give up your knowledge of the infusion for another one. And I can infuse a number of items equal to, at my level, I can infuse 2 items right now.
So it'd be one of fusions and one of Zach's magical attunements.
I only have 1 infusion active right now, and that's my rope of climbing, and I think I can let that go right now.
Yeah, we don't have anything to be climbing right now.
Yeah. So essentially that I can infuse that pistol with the repeating shot infusion, and that you will have to attune to it as a magic item.
what
And
does that
then-
mean?
It's a process you take during a short or long rest in which you would attune to a magic item. You can only most characters can only be attuned to 3 items at a time. After everyone gets their room keys, I'm gonna go.
Well, does a tree and everyone come back, or does Zach
had-
just have all the keys?
I'm assuming we're coming back.
I think probably get back towards the end of this because we did sit down to fix the
But-
rebuild.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
they come up to you guys' room.
We don't know where the room is, so we're probably
Yeah.
in the
Well,
lobby
I
door.
would have suggested after we fix it to go back down into the tavern area and wait for them.
All right. So wait. So let me get this thing here. Wait. Let me get this straight. So as long as you don't die, I have infinite bullets.
Basically.
Cool.
Now he has a reason to keep you alive.
That out of character, that is also a motivation for telling him that. I'm a good person, but I'm not stupid.
Okay, so Atria, Roxanne, and Koval, our changeling friend, come back.
I love how you say that every time you say my name.
Changeling friend.
It's an old sitcom.
So they get into the tavern.
Oh, Koval.
So do you guys give them their keys?
No, we withhold them.
No, I have the keys, and I'm giving them the keys.
There's a reason he did not give them to Zach.
Yeah.
When Orpheus handed me my key, I took it and said, "Thank you."
So now, since everyone has their key and it's still the middle of the day, what is everyone gonna do?
I'm going to inquire as to whether or not there is a place where I can go to make something.
I'd like to look around for some magic items, since we're in a place that's.
Is there a forge or a foundry or something where I can rent space to make something?
I don't know of a renting space. There's definitely places where smiths are, so forges and stuff. I don't know if you can rent them.
Okay. Well,
And then who are you
who's-
asking anyway?
The lady
Well,
at
I
front
mean-
desk.
what? Sorry.
The lady at front, yeah?
Yeah. I guess at that point, who is the best smith in town, in your opinion?
The lady just looks at you and seems like she doesn't want to answer, and she's just like, just go down the road. It'll be on your right.
Wealth information, that one.
Can I make an insight check to
For
see if I can figure out why she's so hesitant?
I think it's just her person.
yeah, she's just a gloomy person that
Oh no.
doesn't
Okay.
want to be working at this inn.
No.
Mood.
All right. Well,
Sam, you said mood so many times. I'm waiting for you to tell somebody to spill the tea.
What?
That's not even remotely the same realm of speech.
I've heard the two used together by the same people a lot.
I've
That's
never
why.
heard spill the tea.
It basically means gossip.
Oh.
She does, like, she sighs at you guys, and then she goes behind, like, ducks under the desk and, like, just pulls out an old, dusty, torn map and is like, here, use this. Stop asking me questions.
okay.
Sure thing, sunshine.
She just
Thank
glares
you.
at you.
I leave an extra gold on the counter and say thank you, and then I go out to find said smith, allegedly.
So do you take
Does-
the map by yourself? Does anyone want to look at it before he leaves, or...
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
stopping him.
Okay.
No, I'm
I
gonna
apologize for
go
my haste.
Does the map say where you can buy, like, where the place is to purchase weapons?
The smith he's going to.
Yeah.
It's the same place?
Yeah, it's a smithing place, so that's where weapons are.
Sure, you can find like
Okay.
secondhand stores somewhere close by. So they'll probably be close to the market wherever that is.
Yeah. Like you guys see that the center of town, like that surrounds the clock tower is in the center of town, and then surrounding it is most of the shops.
Right? I guess
All
we'll
right.
go around the clock tower then.
All right. Cool.
Is anyone staying behind?
No, I'm
Or
just
are we
gonna
all going out?
I'm exploring the city randomly. I'm not looking at the map, seeing what I
Right.
can find.
Okay.
I'll be following.
Don't.
Not
Now-
Atria.
Now I am proficient in cartographer school, so now I know how to read maps better and make them.
Nice.
Zach, are you going with them?
Yeah, I'll go explore.
Okay, so 4 of you are actually going to the center of town in the clock tower, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Then you guys head to the clock tower. And so the clock tower is like extremely large, and right beside the clock tower is like a little fountain on the right side of it. And it has like a nice little waterfall that comes directly from the clock tower into the fountain. The pool's kind of dark though, so I do not suggest to drink it. I don't know why you would, but you know.
Zach didn't
Immediately
drink it.
drinks it.
And as you come, like there's a couple people around. Most of them just have their heads down looking at papers and stuff. But you see this man right over where the clock tower and the fountain is. And he's kind of disheveled, and he looks extremely different than the other people around. He has like this huge trench coat, and he has like a crazy long frazzled beard and frazzled hair. You can tell he's human. And as you guys kind of get closer into the square-ish place, he sees you guys, and like you just see him have like a weird smile, like he just smiles and like he's missing some teeth. And he's like, "Oh guys, you look new. Come over here. I got stuff for you."
Zach
All right.
straight up says, I don't want to buy a death stick.
He says what?
I don't want to buy a death stick.
A death stick?
He once again looks and goes, oh my god, I hate you people.
And this guy just keeps
I
like
don't know what
waving
that
you.
means out of character.
Yeah,
It's a
me
Star-
either.
it's a
It's
Star
a Star
Wars
Wars
reference.
reference.
I don't watch Star Wars.
You want to buy some death sticks? You don't want to sell me death sticks. I don't want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and
Oh,
rethink
rethink your
your life.
life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
It's basically cigarettes, the equivalent.
But yeah, the
So,
guy
like-
just keeps waving you guys over, and it's like, come here.
All right, do you want to go?
Yeah.
It's the most
Yeah.
thing that happened so far.
Yep. I'll actually look at Koval, see if he actually does want to approach this person, or
I'm going.
oh yep. Oh, I'll follow Koval then.
I also look at Colval and say, this looks like your type of person.
Hey, can I roll any like insight or anything?
Well, you
Since
probably
I-
should talk to the person first.
Yeah, like you're not.
I know,
even
but
there.
just like by his looks, do I know
Mm.
anything? I mean, I was or kind of am a charlatan, so can I see anything about him?
He wants to know if this is
Well,
also a
I
shame.
already described him, and he's under a huge trench coat. So, no, not yet. You'd have to talk to him first.
All right, I'm going up.
Okay. So you guys
I'll
go up.
follow.
You guys go up to him, and he's like, "You guys look like great adventurers." And then he like grabs his trench coat, and he's like, "So what do you need?" And he throws open his trench coat, and things fall out. And he's like, you can tell like he's skinny with like ragged shirt and pants, and he's like, "I got everything you need." And then he's like, "Let me see here." And then he starts to rummage. Like, he puts his whole arm in the pocket of the trench coat. And as he does that, there's, like, things hanging on his trench coat as well. Like, some whatnots and doodads and thingamajigs.
He
And,
pillaged Ariel's ship.
yeah, exactly. He pillaged the sea, and like he takes something out, and he's like, "How about this?" And then it's just like a dagger. He's like, "Oh no, you don't want this." And then he just throws the dagger behind him, and it just falls in the fountain. And he's like, "Let's see what else we have here. Is there anything you need specifically?" And then,
How about any magical wares?
oh yes, I got tons of those. And he's digging in his thing. If you want something magical, Sam, make a roll.
Perception?
What type of roll?
Perception, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it's
Even though
Arcana.
he finds it, so I don't know. But yeah, just do perception roll.
Alright. Not Arcana?
Lordy.
No, perception.
Okay. I'm not good at
Well, too bad.
Too bad, so sad.
Can I aid
Well,
her?
you know who is good at perception?
Me?
Help me.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm good at perception.
yeah, someone can aid her. That's fine.
Yeah.
So 2d20 need to keep one.
Yep.
Yep.
Oop.
12.
12.
He rummages through and he takes out an item. He's like, "Oh, look here, here's one," and it's like a ring. And he's like, "Oh wait, I don't know if you want to be turned into an onion. Maybe not." And then he puts it back in. Does anyone else want to make a check to see what he finds?
I'll
Could you
make a check.
Can I try
Not
to
there.
persuade him to look for something?
You can persuade him to look for something else if you want, but you can't do this all day.
I'm gonna try persuade him.
Okay. Well, I'll aid you in that then. I won't make my roll.
Couldn't you try again? Find something a bit more interesting?
Yeah, sure. And then he digs back in, and this time he like puts his face in the pocket too. He's putting like almost his whole body in the pocket.
Oh,
20. He comes out and he's like, "Oh, look, this looks perfect for you." And it's a ring, and it's pretty simple. And he's like, "This is called Not Another One." And he explains that this ring, when you put it on, it has 1 charge a day. And what it does is it makes a complete copy of yourself. And it takes your turn in battle. And it lasts for 1 hour. And you can only do it once a day. And so it has the same HP and AC as you.
Now, how much would that be for?
He's like, "Oh, well, let's see here." He tells you, he's like, "Well, this, since it's for you, 4,500. He went weird voice there.
Okay.
Oh, he is weird.
So-
So.
Does he
I
speak? Can I? Does he speak any thieves can't?
I don't know.
So Thieves' Cant isn't a language. Thieves' Cant is, I'm going to talk to you about the weather. We're going to have a nice chat about the weather, and when I come, I have information about a secret hideout somewhere because of the code in what we were saying.
It's technically listed as a language under languages if you have the linguist feat, but it's not its own script or regional dialect.
It can be in any language, but it's just like a code in that language.
Yeah.
Secret code.
Well, I wanted to say in thieves can't. Can you make it any lower? And see if he responds.
So you say a regular sentence, and so he has to divert the code of saying, "Can you go any lower?" That doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. I think she's trying to build some kind of like level of like I got you type deal stuff there, but you can't, like, that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, that
to
doesn't.
do it like that.
Okay.
What do you
I
think?
reach into my bag of holding and pull out one of the gems that we found.
So you take the gems out,
Yeah.
Orpheus.
What gems did we end up getting?
Well, he just looks at your hand. He's like, "Ooh, they're shiny. You can have it for 4 of those."
All right.
How many do we
How many
have?
gems do we have?
Yeah.
You had a handful. So now you have 3 left.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I can try to get him to go lower if you want.
Yeah, she's not trying to make a persuasion check to get him to go lower.
Okay, then do a persuasion check to see if you get him to go lower.
Yep.
Does anyone want to assist me?
I mean, yeah, I am. I've been at this point, so.
24.
Oh, jeez.
I'm good at persuasion.
He's like, so what do you say to him?
Now, can't you go just a little lower? After all, this is it. You said this is meant for me, right?
He never said that. That was
not
me.
That was not in character.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He say
No.
this is perfect for you.
Oh, I guess he didn't.
Oh yeah, he did say this would be
Oh.
perfect for you. Okay.
Okay. He's like, and like as he's like doing like all the like like thinking, he's just like moving around like.
As he's thinking, I'm gonna change my face a bit because he's crazy and no one will believe him anyways.
You change your face?
Yeah, just make it look more feminine.
He looks at you and he's like, I knew you were a changeling. But anyway, sure, you can have it for 3. But I want the big ones.
So,
He just called you out.
so that means we'll have 4 gems left instead?
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's as best we're gonna get.
And he hands you the ring.
Hey,
Okay, does anyone else want to look for anything?
No.
I guess I will.
Okay.
In
why
character,
are none of y'all looking for anything? This is the magic item cap.
Well, I don't
I have
want
something
magic.
else. I have something else to build.
Zach,
But-
roll.
Anybody want to aid me?
I'll help.
I'm elsewhere.
Maybe since I already helped.
There's one.
The
There's the exact same thing, but it's still 17.
Yeah, it's true.
So Zach just kind of pushes through and is like, I want to try. What you got in there?
So he digs down deep and he is like, and he like pulls out this bottle and with like liquid in it. And it looks like there's seaweed in it. And he's like, well, this is an interesting thing. And then he holds it up, and then when you look into the bottle, you see a mermaid.
Oh,
All right.
Like a
And-
little tiny mermaid?
Yeah, there's a mermaid in there. So yeah, you see like seaweed and everything, and then you see coming through the seaweed there's a mermaid that has bluish gray skin and a really beautiful blue tail with black hair and purple eyes, and she just looks up at you.
So Zach glances and goes, a fish? Wait a minute, that's a weird fish.
And then
he's like, is that a person?
would I know my character know what a mermaid is?
Okay,
I
wait a
feel like
second.
we would all know what a mermaid is.
Okay.
They are a
And
race.
She goes, oh,
Merfolk is a race, but okay, from what Zach said, the crazy guy is like, but see, this is no ordinary fish person. She's supposed, she sings and she can lure men to their death. Or, do all kinds of other stuff with her song. I haven't got her to sing yet for me, so you can have a discount.
Zach kind of looks at it and is like, is she trapped in there?
Yes, I got this off of a strange man by the lake.
Oh, okay. How much for the weird tiny fish lady?
He's like, well, since I don't know if she works or not, you can have her for 10 gold.
Sure, I guess. He's like, he starts looking, wrong pocket, other pocket, like, there it is. Stuff's weird. Handsome 10 gold.
Okay.
Is this something specifically for Zach?
Well, it's just something specifically for all you guys.
Okay.
Like, anyone could have really bought it, but...
I know. I just wanted to know if she would be like, it's like something for him, or
So-
if I could like try to convince her to. That's charisma, yay.
So he hands me the bottle, right?
Yeah.
After I hand him the gold? Alright, and I kind of take a step... Are we close to the fountain?
Yeah.
I look at him and go, and she's trapped in here, right?
He's like,
uh-oh.
yes, she
Uh-oh.
is.
Alright, he smashes the bottle on the side of the fountain.
You smash it, you don't open it!
Nope.
Like,
He
forward!
smashes the
Oh my
bottle.
god, I hate you.
Why? You could.
Alright, fine. He's...
Can I try to stop him before he does that?
Okay, yeah, do you want to try to stop him before he
Yeah,
smashes
I'm gonna
the
try
bottle?
to stop him.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just gonna yell, wait!
What? I was gonna let her out.
Open the bottle.
And
so
not
we don't
smash
kill
it.
her?
I just thought, magic, you can't... he opens the bottle. Does it open?
Yes, it's open.
It's like, of course this thing opens. Magic barriers, starts pouring it out. He's like, grumbling, magic
Are you
barriers.
pouring it in the fountain?
Yeah.
Okay.
He thinks she can't survive without water.
Okay. Then she would have been trapped in the fountain forever.
No, he
She
thinks,
wants to go back in the jar.
He
in the
thinks
bottle and
if
scam.
he dumped her out on the ground like a fish, she'd die.
Oh, okay. So you dump her into the fountain, and then you guys see her tiny self pour in, and then you see some lights as she grows to full size in the dark pool of the fountain, and then she comes up, and then as she's like standing up in the fountain, her top, which is like fabric, and it was just covering her top. You see it turn into a longer outfit as she gets up, because now she has legs, and she gets out.
Oh,
And so she now has like a dress that's the same kind of fabric, a light tan fabric, and she like kind of stretches out a little bit, and she's like, "Thank you so much for that."
Zach looks over and goes, "What was in that fountain?"
I
And he's like, "Anyway, why were you in a bottle?"
She's like, "That is not really your concern. I was just captured and then sold."
That sucks. So slavery is a thing in this world, huh?
When you have abilities, yes it is.
And so like he's just she's standing like right in front of him, right?
Yeah, and she like looks at you and like kind of stares at you, and she's like, "Have we met before?"
So is she just like normally staring at me, or is she like getting closer to me?
She got a little closer to you.
Like he kind of like does that thing where he arches his back and is like, "I don't think I've met a fish person before."
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Reika.
It's like, cool. Oh, my name's Zach. That's them over there. Tria.
No, Tree's
I'm
not
not
there.
here.
Oh, darn. Okay, so that's them over there. Orpheus. Whatever their name is right now. Because he literally doesn't remember. I remember. He doesn't remember. And then,
I'm coming up to her and saying, "I'm Koval."
yeah, that. Koval. And then Bow Lady over there.
Both.
So this whole time Roxanne has had like an astonished look on her face, like fascinated, and then as he says that, she kind of shakes her head and goes, "I'm Roxanne."
She nods at all of you, and she's like, "I thank you for the freedom." That sounds a little weird, but
Freedom!
She could rephrase it.
and then she's like, "I'm from the lake past the forest, the dark forest."
And he just kind of looks over at Orpheus and shrugs his shoulders.
Do you mind me asking who put you in this bottle?
You guys already asked that.
No, he has how.
Yeah, she-
Who? I
She
might
said
want
it
revenge,
wasn't-
man.
sorry. Didn't mean to talk about
She's just like, it's none of your concern.
If you ever need help, I would like to meet a man who can trap a mermaid.
Well, before she responds, Zach looks over and goes, "Dude, are you trying to trap mermaids?"
What? It could be an interesting person.
Or a douchebag who tries to sell people as slaves?
She looks at you and is like, "I hope you never have to meet this man."
Fair enough.
I'm sure I'll kick his butt eventually. Seems to be the way this place works.
And
it.
then
I'd like to make my check now.
okay.
He's just over there talking to the crazy dude over talking to the mermaid.
Okay. Perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is anyone aiding me?
I hope.
Okay. 2d20 K1 plus 3.
She stops talking long enough to like lean back and go, "Check that pocket."
It's a 16.
He just he goes back in and he's like, "Hold on a second, I got this." And then he like mutters, "I can't believe they let the mermaid go."
What are you saying? I couldn't hear.
I can't believe he mutters to himself, he's like, "I can't believe they let the mermaid go. They could have done so much." And he's like almost like he's like halfway in this pocket, and he's like, he comes back out and he's like, "Well, I have this what kind of potions are there?"
Me.
Yes. There's
Yes.
a lot.
So he pulls out a potion and it looks all red, and he's like, "Oh look, I found a fire breath potion."
Ooh.
Orpheus goes, "Woo!"
In character.
No, that was me as a player. Sorry.
Okay.
I do.
apologize.
I've always imagined Orpheus though as kind of like losing his like tact and mannerisms when he gets excited over something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
that'd be-
Potions aren't Orpheus's thing.
No, I guess that's true.
A really
I'm
cool
not
machine.
the alchemist path. If I made Orpheus into an alchemist, then it would be one of those ooh moments. But no.
How much is uncommon?
Uncommon was 500? Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
around 5. I'm pretty sure the table says the DM's choice from 100 to 500, but the thing that I just saw just said 500.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a range.
So he says that you could have it for. He's like, so you can have this beautiful fire breath potion for only 500 gold. Or some more gems.
This boy eat the gems.
Those are
What's
good
up with
ones.
him?
Question is out of character question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
The only way I would want to accept this is if I could later learn to make it.
If you're not an alchemist, I don't know if you could make it.
Yeah, no. See, I don't think I'd be interested in a temporary effect unless I could replicate the process.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess I'll just like, do you have anything a little more permanent?
Permanent. Let's look. And he throws the fire potion behind him, and it breaks. And then there's now like a small fire in the
fountain?
square. No, he threw it closer to the clock tower. And so now there's like a small fire, but Reika, she has control water. So she casts control water.
She's using control water on that?
So she can move the water and get the
I
fire out.
I guess she can use it on that small of a scale.
Like, how else are you gonna get the fire out?
I'm just saying, control water is a massive spell.
And you're in town doing nothing.
Okay.
Like,
She picks up the nearby ocean and drops it on it.
I mean, I don't think she has a smaller cantrip. Let me look. Yeah, it's just control water. So she like waves her hand and controls all the water in the fountain and just puts out the fire. But while she puts it out, she also drenches the merchant.
It wasn't even necessary. It's the water snakes goes on him and then goes into the fire.
She's like, I thought he could use a cooling off.
A bath too.
I like
Dude
her.
stinks.
I like her.
I'm
playing
used
that
to
character.
Orpheus still very like almost becomes statue-like. And of the people present, I think Koval is aware of people enough to know that Orpheus is trying real hard not to burst out laughing.
I'm aware.
I'm aware.
Anyway, so is there anything else that he digs out?
Pulls out a flying spaghetti monster.
A flying spaghetti monster.
You must now face the spaghetti beholder.
He's crazy enough, he might have one.
So, the guy, when he gets drenched, like, he just shakes like a dog. And gets the water off. And he's like, let me go look. And then he dives back into the pocket of his trench coat. And then he pulls out another ring. And he's like, this is the ring of warmth.
It makes you warm.
And yeah, he's like, while you wear it, you're resistant to cold damage. And you and everything you carry and wear like is not affected and unharmed, and you are unharmed by temperatures as low as negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
This dude knows Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I'll how much for that?
And he's like, it'll be the same, 500 or more joules.
Okay, I guess we can I guess I can try to like
You want me to
how
help
many
Carter?
gems would that be? We have 4 of them left. And I can try to haggle down for.
He's like, it'll be one big joule or 2 small ones.
Okay, I guess we'll just I'll take the one big jewel deal. So now we have 3 gems.
Yep. 3
All right,
smaller
cool.
gems.
3 smaller gems.
Yep. And then,
Because I know that size doesn't matter when it comes to value. Not necessarily.
Oh my
he
god.
takes it and looks at it and he's like, ooh, so shiny. And then he puts it away.
We're gonna find out that these gems were like secretly like perfect stars on unfathomable power, and you knew it.
No, there was only one gem.
And then he goes over to Roxanne because Roxanne hasn't said anything to him or anything really, and he's like, "What about you, dearie?"
So Roxanne was still looking at the mermaid. So when he does that, she kind of looks over and says, "I'm all right, thank you."
He's like, "Are you sure? I got lots of stuff." And then he pulls out like a corkscrew and he's like, "Maybe not this one." And then he puts it back.
She goes, "I'm not really into magical items."
He's like, "I got stuff that's not magic. They're not as fun. But they also don't explode in my face. So
That
So
explains
Zach
the tea.
straight up goes, "Do you have anything that helps her not shoot the wrong people?"
he's like, "No, I don't think I can help with that. I have something that can make her shoot everything randomly."
No, she's already got that covered.
Oh my god.
Orpheus sighs lets loose yet another sigh of exasperation and tells the merchant, ? We thank you for your business, but I fear we must be on our way.
He's like, "Okay, we'll come back to Old Murchie anytime you need something else." Yes,
Certainly.
his name is Murchie.
Roxanne steps closer to the mermaid and says, "I've never met a mermaid before, so I apologize if this is a rude question in advance, but what is it like where you live?"
She looks at you, she's like, "I don't really live anywhere anymore.
Oh.
The water's my home, and my mother kept me constantly traveling, so..."
After she responds to Roxanne, she goes, "Was it an enjoyable life adventuring?"
Some of it was. I got to go to all the libraries, and I got to discover a lot of tales. Maybe I'll sing you one sometime." And she like looks at all of you guys and she's like, "You guys are a weird party. Where are you guys adventuring to?"
Zach looks over at Orpheus.
I guess I am the party encyclopedia now.
Basically.
Nope.
You're the one with the map.
Yep, I tell her. Player Jonathan does not remember.
Ruins, right?
Yeah.
Ruins. I don't remember North
Storm.
The Stormborn ruins past the lake.
Yes.
Which is Stormborn Lake, which is where she is. She was captured.
Okay. That's where we're headed.
If you'd
Okay.
like to accompany us back to the lake, you're welcome to.
She looks at you guys, she's like, "You guys are going to the ruins. It's not a safe place."
So we've heard.
She looks at you and she's like, "You also have to go through the dark forest, and the forest changes."
Well then, could you be our guide?
She looks at you and she's like, "I can help you guys that far, but you have to be careful. The path you are going will not lead to happiness."
Well, I was here for about 30 minutes before I got attacked by a dragon, so I don't think any of this place is safe.
And then she looks at you and she's like, stares at you again. She's like she's looking like she's trying to figure something out. And she's like, "You are not from this world, are you?"
Not even close.
She's like, and she's like thinking about it as she looks at you. And then she looks at the rest of you guys and she's like, "You guys must be careful. There are things in this world you do not know."
The majority of this world seems unknown at this point.
Zach goes, "Yeah, no duh."
Well, for you. And then she's like, she was mostly looking at the others when she said that. And she's,
Yeah, Zach so much wasn't like saying it to her, he was just like looking at her, "Yeah, no duh."
the ruin, and then she looks at you guys and she's like, "The ruins may not answer the questions that you want to be answered."
Will they answer any questions? Any at all?
Maybe. But you may get more
Then I'll take it.
But you may get more questions than answers.
Of course we will.
And may I ask how you know what our goal is?
Well, there's only a few reasons why you would venture out to the ruins.
I see.
With a man from another world.
Wait, I'm a reason? I thought I was like a bystander. I'm just kind of along for the ride.
How do you know so much on this subject?
Let's just say I've been around for a while.
Haven't we all?
Not humans. They don't stay around very long. Oh, okay.
Racist.
Well,
Oh, Orpheus.
She's like, and my mother lived for a long time, and also, like I have said, I have been adventured far and wide and have been to multiple libraries and historian places, and we're places where you learn things. I don't know.
She just says it a bit more eloquently than that.
Yeah, I can't say it more eloquently. Like, she says it much more like eloquently
Erica
and
suffered from
fancy.
heat stroke and has
Actually, I am extremely
her
hot.
brain has fried.
Yep.
I've already been there. done
Historical repositories. How about that?
Yes, there we go.
She did that book learning thing. So,
So,
so Zach's like, Orpheus, you were doing a thing down here, right?
yes, I still need to find somewhere with the proper materials.
Oh, hey, look, there's a Tria. She wandered in, so she can play in these scenes too.
that.
Do you see it, Zach?
I
No,
was
Zach goes, hey,
expecting
look,
to
there's
have, like,
Tria.
Hey, look, there's a tree. Okay.
Sees the party, sees the mermaid, sees the random dude,
Walked in.
hand to face, going, damn it.
She's like,
I
I
was
can't.
trying to escape this madness for once.
The mermaid looks at you and she's like, "There's great magic that comes from you."
Well, I am a paladin.
And she's like, "No, there's something more."
Immediately trying to hide.
Bye, Tria.
It looks like she's trying to hide inside her own armor as she says that, because Atria knows exactly what she's talking about.
Koval is intrigued.
So is Orpheus. But
I look
Orpheus will respect Atria's privacy.
Oh,
I
but
wonder if I
Roxanne
will.
looks at the mermaid and says, what do you mean?
Reiko looks at you and is like, "I am not at liberty to tell you. It is her secret to bear."
See?
And
Out of character.
and she like walks over to Atria and whispers in her ear that her secret is safe with her, and that and then she turns to the rest of you and is like, "I will be outside the city next to the forest whenever you guys are ready." And then she like elegantly walks away with her dress flowing behind her.
I know you said dress, but that is not what I heard.
Those things I was about to say.
What did you hear?
Wait, what did you hear?
I heard breasts.
A breast with her breasts flowing behind her.
They're just real long and saggy, just flapping.
Oh no! Oh my
That's
goodness.
shitty. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
And as she's walking away, she like almost like disappears in the fog.
There was fog.
Where'd that fog come from?
There was
Exactly.
Darn it, one of those people I was going to talk to, try to figure something out, just walked away.
So,
Well, you're gonna meet her again, so.
Oh
So-
no. Calvon is gonna go ask questions.
Kobold, what's the crazy dude? Tell me about him. Don't talk about me.
just a wandering merchant.
Name's
Although I am
Virgie!
rather
What was that? What pixie just sneezed?
So did you hear it or?
Anything interesting that he does, or
Oh no,
and
no.
then-
You
someone
said
sneezed-
who? Oh, you said what's the deal with him?
oh yeah, basically.
Okay, and he's like, the name's Murchie.
So your name is your job title.
You know, I never thought about it that way.
So what kind of merchandise is it that you sell? Immediately trying to get everyone to forget about the conversation that just happened.
Well, I'm not gonna forget.
Murchie looks at you like, I sell everything. I have magic, I have non-magic, I have tomatoes, I have some corkscrews, I have some daggers.
Well, since you seem to be well versed, can you tell me anything about this? And she pulls out the sword behind her and kind of presents it for him to look at.
He's like, ooh, pretty. And he like looks over and like he like shuffles from one side to the sword to the other side of the sword, looking at it really closely. He's like, I haven't seen one of these before like this. It looks like has a lot of magic in it. Probably belonged to a very high adventurer. Looks like it was made with some dragon fangs.
Magic. It's just a sword. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, dearie, you are so wrong. But I mean, if you want to believe that, you can give it to me.
No, it's my father's.
Ah. Well, your father had great taste. It is beautiful.
Thank you. Putting sword away, now really concerned.
He's like, don't worry, Murchie's not a thief.
Not what I'm concerned about.
Chris X'd it out.
He's like, however, I do know, there's like, he saw like there was a little symbol next to the, on the blade next to the hilt, and he's like, that smith resides in this village, resides in this city. He was the greatest of his time. He's kind of old now.
Where?
And then the guy like the merchant like scratches his head, and like you see a flea jump out, and he's like, where indeed? And he's like, I don't know where he lives anymore, because I know he's no longer a smith. You should go ask the smith. He probably knows.
Orpheus, where's the smith?
Yes, we were following a map to the smith before we got here. So
That's
just for a giggle, let's see what wares you have before I head off.
You saying this to Murchie?
Yes.
He's like, oh, good. Let's dig in his pockets again. And he just digs into his pockets.
I'll aid you.
Oh no.
This time he kind of disappears because he just puts his whole body in his pocket.
What?
So like
Okay.
like the trench coat's on the ground and like he's
like
going.
wiggling.
Yeah, it's just wiggling around. He's like, oh goodness, where did that come from? And then like you hear a little explosion.
It says it's rolling the dice, but it's not. There it goes. Oh, 19 and a nat 1.
Well, I'm glad I aided you.
Yeah. That would have been bad otherwise.
Yeah.
Pulls up
Something
the
would have
Tarrasque.
exploded on the outside of his jacket.
No, he just pulls out the Tarrasque out of a pocket.
Oh no.
God.
That's it, I forgot you were in there.
What?
That would be funny.
Is this a reference?
But no, it's just a random name for a Tarrasque that pops out of a jacket.
I couldn't hear what you were saying, so
He
you
said,
cut out
oh,
for me.
Bessie, I forgot you were there.
Oh.
So he pulls out, he like jumps out, and then like he has like some goo on him, and he like shakes it off, and he's like, oh man, I forgot that was there. And then he holds up these boots, and they're boots of speed.
Ooh. I want.
Can you afford is the question.
I don't know.
It's true.
Yeah, that's a rare item.
Yeah. So he's like, these are beautiful speed boots. You can have them for 4,500 because I like you.
Can I try to
that's-
persuade? Lower?
Nudge Tree is like, oh, Murchie likes you.
That's a bit high for me. Is there anything else you're willing to... Any other price you're willing to name?
Do you want me to
Hmm.
use persuasion to help you?
I have persuasion.
Then you use persuasion.
How
If you
good's
want
your
to assist,
persuasion,
then.
Tyler?
Mine's a +5.
Okay, mine's +6, so it's about.
If you want to assist, I will take it, but
I will assist.
thank you.
So
So that would be a 11. I forgot to add my +5, but it's an 11 total.
Oh, okay.
That's 12 though.
12, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah,
not good.
not great.
Yeah, he's like, I can only go down 100 more coins. Stay Murchie got to eat.
He's got a point. Murchie does gotta eat. Zach likes this guy.
Koval thinks he's great.
I-
So how many do I have 3 or 2? I forget how
You
many
have
gems.
you have 3 small gems.
3 small gems left.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just going to be outside our price range. Thank you for showing me it, though.
He's like, oh, it's all good. But next time, just bring back some more coin and you can have it. Murchie will keep it for you.
I think Murchie will lose it.
It's possible. Wait, do you say that in character?
Yeah, Zach's like, I think Murchie will probably lose it.
He's like, hey, that's not true. I don't lose everything. Only about half of my stuff. But then I find it later. Sometimes. Sometimes it explodes.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
Guys, we gotta
So-
go. We gotta go now.
Yet again, I bid you adieu, Murchie. We shall be on our way.
So long, friend.
I lead us to the smith.
As you guys leave, Murchie waves his hand. It's like, y'all come back here. Y'all come back, you hear?
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, that one. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah.
Orpheus is like, I'm
I'm
taking your
imagining
hands and I'm
Fiddleford.
ending this scene.
Yep. I am imagining Fiddleford McGucket. If anyone's.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is he telling us to come back to the square or to him?
Whenever you
I-
see him again. Oh wait, you're talking.
I say that out loud just because he's a random
Yeah.
crazy person.
I wouldn't be surprised if he meant both. As I'm leading the party to presumably the smith, where the smith is on this map, I lean over to Atreus and said, I can, if you wish, use my magic to verify whether or not what the crazy merchant was saying was true about your sword.
First Smith, then we can do that.
Agreed. And I say no more on the subject. Going to the smith.
As it still looks like a tree is trying to somehow hide inside her armor.
I'm just
You
picturing
became a turtle?
Yeah,
Turtle,
I'm
trying
just picturing
to.
her to be a
Turtle.
turtle.
She is trying very hard to be a turtle.
Yeah. Well,
Someone's walking a little closer to you than normal.
She feels like everybody's staring at her, even though probably no one is.
So Kobold
No.
is here.
Kobold, stop helping.
No, see, that's why I'm Orpheus is recognizing that this is a line and that there's a bubble, and so.
Oh, he just hasn't seen her like paranoid or anything yet. Anything is funny.
Oh, so while
Anyway.
we're walking to the smith, Zach's like, so Orpheus, was this bottle she was in magic? And he's holding up the bottle.
16 Arcana check.
You know that it is.
There's some magic coming off that dear bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I tell Zach, it is magic. We can figure out what it is back at the end.
Oh, so I shouldn't use it as a drinking bottle.
No.
Zach just kind of pockets it, like, I'll hold on to it.
Wise.
Is it wise letting him be the one to keep it?
He briefly ponders putting the gem, his shiny gem in there, like, thinks better of it.
Orpheus nods approvingly and says, "You're learning."
He doesn't say that. He just briefly thinks about it.
Oh.
I'm assuming he like pulls out the
Also,
gem
I don't know if anybody
and-
even knows I have that gem.
No, I was the one who helped you identify it.
Oh,
it's true.
that's right. So Orpheus knows I have it.
Did he tell you what it was?
Yeah.
Yes, I
don't-
told him
yeah,
what it
yeah,
was.
okay.
I also
I
told him
forgot.
it was a one-time use.
An ice green from the wagon, emergency only.
Or I think it's time we have gotten to the smith.
That is where we will end with them entering the smith shop. Join us next time to see what they find there and see what Orpheus makes. Thanks for listening.